God, I'm so blind. What's up, Melissa? What's up, Lizzie? What's up, Nisha? God, I'm thirsty. What's up? What's good? Let me get some water. What's up, everybody? Hold on, I'll be right back. What's up? What's good, everybody? Hopping into the live. How y'all doing tonight? I ain't gonna be too long. I'm just gonna be a fun live. This is gonna be a fun live. I'm gonna talk about these chicks that act like whores. They always talking about they looking for a good man. These chicks act like whores, but they say they looking for a good man. I tell you. They act like whores, but say they looking for a good man. I tell you, boy. What's up, everybody? They act like whores and thots and sluts, but they claim they want a husband and a good man. Somebody answer this question for me. How do you attract what you put out in the atmosphere? How can you act like a whore and say you want a husband? I'm asking for a friend. Asking for a friend. How can you act like a whore, dress like a whore, and say you want a husband? Acting like a whore is going to attract the wrong attention. But you can't tell these thoughts nothing. You can't tell these thoughts nothing. They still say they'll show their entire body, or they'll show their entire naked body on the internet and say they want a husband. I want a good man. How you showing your whole entire body to the world, but you claim you want a man? I'm confused. You only attract the energy that you put out there. You act like a whore, you get a whore response. You get treated like a whore. Hello, somebody. You act like a whore, you get treated like a whore. You act like a whore, you get treated like a slut. But they act like whores and they act like whores, but they say, treat me like a queen. Really? They act like whores and dress like whores and say, treat me like a queen. Really? Treat you like a queen. Treat them like a queen, no matter how much of a whore and a slut and the way they dress and how they act, man. That don't mean nothing. Treat them like a queen, no matter how they act. Treat them like a queen. They can act disgusting, foul, ignorant, violent. They could talk disgusting. They could wear disgusting things, and you still supposed to call these chicks a queen. The word queen doesn't even have any meaning anymore. I tell you, boy, Miss Kells, I don't even know who you're talking about. I don't even know who that is. Delicious. I don't even know who that is. Whores who want husbands, I tell you. But you got some dumb dudes out here to try to wife these whores. She got a big old butt. That's true, Novatic. That's a fact. They want a dude they can treat any old kind of way. They want a dude that they want a sucker. They don't want a hug. They don't want a good man. They want a sucker. These whores want a sucker. They don't want a husband, because you're not going to find a husband acting like a whore. But at least Kim Kardashian was a classy whore. But Kim Kardashian was a classy whore, Lizzie. I agree, Lizzie. But she was a classy whore. These chicks, These chicks ain't classy. Don't even act like a classy whore. At least Kim Kardashian was a classy whore. These chicks have no dignity, no self-respect. They have no business about themselves. These whores want suckers. These whores want suckers. These whores want a sucker. Kim Kardashian is a multi-millionaire. She has her own businesses and everything else. And she has a husband. Okay? And she's married. I'm talking about these whores who think they can continue to act like whores, they can act like classless women, but you're supposed to call them a queen. I'm not calling you no queen. All women are queens. No, they not. All women are queens. Here come the dumb voice. All women are queens. No, they're not. Shut up. Shut up. Shut the hell up. Oh, yeah, Delicious on A Favorite Love. Yeah. But I mean, Delicious, she don't act like a whore anymore. I mean, I don't know. I don't keep up with Delicious. All women are queens. All women are queens. I'm a queen. So it doesn't matter if you act like a whore or if you act like a woman with dignity and class. You're still a queen. So they don't even separate the categories. They don't even separate the categories no more. How can you lump all women in one category? Somebody please tell me. How can you lump all women in one category? How can you say all women are queens? Somebody please tell me this. How there's no separation. All women are queens. That's just like saying all women are good women. That's just like saying all men are good men. That's what you're telling me. All women are queens, and they should be called queens. Thank you, Plegal Intel. Thank you. But you can't tell these chicks. All women are queens. Oh, really? Oh, yeah? Okay. So there's no separation. All women are the same. You can act ignorant and violent and still be called a queen. You can act ignorant and violent and still get called a queen. In this thought culture, in this thought generation, you can be called a thought and a whore, and they still want to be called a queen. And they'll get mad at you if you don't say all women are queens. If you don't say all women are queens, they attack you. They attack you. They come after you. If you don't say all women are queens, these chicks, these thought culture women, these women with no class and no dignity, they come after you. These chicks with no class and no dignity come after you when you say all women are not queens. Because they deep down inside, they know they're not queens. They don't carry themselves with queen behavior. They don't carry themselves with class and dignity. They don't carry themselves with self-respect. They don't carry themselves in a womanly, mature manner. They don't carry themselves with no sense of dignity, no sense of decency. But you're supposed to call them a queen. I'm a queen. I'm a queen. This chick be out there fighting hard too, boy. You got this one chick, she be on Instagram. Well, it's a lot of women that be on Instagram. They post the most violent. They always fighting. They always arguing and everything else. And she calls herself a queen. The name of her Instagram is The Queen Is Here. And all she does is fight, smoke weed, argue, and be a bad mom. All she do is fight, argue, and be a bad mom. But the name of her Instagram is The Queen Is Here. Oh, really? Wow. She said, bitch, where? The queen is here. Oh, really? The queen of what? The queen of whoredom? Oh, somebody took the words out my mouth. The queen of whoredom, is that what it is? Let's separate this queen thing. Let's separate the queen then. The queen of what? The queen of whoredom? The queen of violence? The queen of bad mothers? What? The queen of ratchetness? The queen of being a skank? The queen of being a skank? Is that what it is? I'll give you that type. That's what you want. If that's the type of queen you want, you say you're a queen. Queen of what? The queen of skankism. And that's the point I'm making, Christina Hardy. But they want attention so much. Right, Lizzo, exactly. That's why do you think it was so easy for Lizzo to walk in a Lakers game with her butt out? Why do you think it's so easy for Lizzo to walk with her butt, her nasty, stinking looking butt? Oh, her butt looks nasty. Ugh. Her butt looked disgusting in that dress. I'm like, oh my God, what the heck is this? A rotten pear? Her butt looked like a rotten pear. Her butt was shaped like a rotten pear. I'm like, oh my God, please cover that rotten fruit up. Cover up, Lizzo, cover up that rotten fruit, please. I don't want to look at it, or I don't want to smell it. I don't want to see that rotten fruit you got back there. She allowed the whole world to see that rotten fruit. Why do you think it was so easy for her to do that? Why do you think it was so easy for her to display her nasty, rotten fruit to the world? Do that in the privacy of your own home. Walk around naked in your home. Walk around naked in your home. Thank you, Jeanette Collins. I wish you hit my Cash App though, but I appreciate it. If y'all want to donate, hit my Cash App. My Cash App and my PayPal is the first comment on every video. I might put it in this live, but when you hit the super chat, YouTube usually takes the majority of that. But anyway, I'll put it in there because YouTube would take all your money. But anyway, they are queens. They're right. They're absolutely right. I'm a queen. You're right. You're the queen of whoredom, the queen of skankism. Yes. You're the queen of being a hood rat. You're the queen of violence. You're the queen of bad mothers. That's why she got banned from the Lakers game. They said she can't come back to the Lakers game like that. The queen of low class. I like that. That's a good one. The queen of being low class. Why can't you do that stuff in the privacy of your own home? Why can't they do that in the privacy of their own home? That's all I'm asking. Why can't they just do that at home? Why can't you walk around butt naked in the house? I'm a man. I live by myself. I do it. I'm free. I live by myself. Sometimes I walk around like that, naked in my house. If you want to be naked in your house. I walk around naked all the time in my house. I'm comfortable. I don't need to be on the internet showing my crotch area and wearing tight drawers and showing my wood to the world. Let me get on Instagram with my shirt off, showing my muscular physique with some tight boxers on, showing my package, and let me see the response I would get. Let me go on Instagram with my shirt off, showing my muscles, some real tight briefs, showing my package, posing. Let me see the response I would get. Women are naked all the time on the internet. Suppose I did that and see what happened. Showing my package with my shirt off, showing my muscles and my package and stuff. You know? You know? Just showing off to everybody, you know? Oh, man. Maybe I should go naked. Lizzie said everybody should be naked, and she wondered why she ain't got no husband. Exactly, Novatic, exactly. Thank you, but they never want, if you notice, Novatic, they never want to be held accountable for nothing they do. If you notice, Novatic, you cannot call them out on anything. They're never wrong. These women can call you out, Novatic. This woman, look, I've been with women who nitpick the hell out of me. Women say, oh, you too mean, you too rough, you too hard, you this, you that. I had women nitpick the crap out of me. Soon as I said one thing about them, they fly off the handle. You cannot criticize them. You can't hold them accountable for anything. But they can say anything they want to you as a man. These type of women can say anything they want to you as a man. They can say anything to you. As soon as you say the slightest thing. Because I don't say nothing. When a woman critiques me or when a woman breaks me down, oh, you too mean, you too hard, you need to be a little softer, you this, you that. I'm like, okay, cool. All right, whatever you say. And me as a man, I come from Philly and I come from a rough background. Sometimes I can be a little rough. Sometimes I can be a little harsh. I can accept that. I can accept that about myself. Sometimes I'm a little harsh. Sometimes I am. And I'd be like, okay, you're right. You know, I let women talk. Okay, you're right. I can be. I'm from Philly. I had a rough background. I had a heart. My life was pretty tough. So I have that hardness in me because I had to be that way to survive. And I let women nitpick at me all the time. And as soon as you criticize these women, they fly off the handle. How come these women can't take any criticism? How come these type of women can't take criticism? How come they can critique us as men, but we can't critique them? How come you can't critique them? I don't understand that. They can nitpick at men all day long, but you can't say nothing to them. You can't say nothing. Oh, you're a womanizer. Right, Liz, that's what I'm saying, Lizzie. You can't tell them nothing. And I'm willing to accept any kind of, I've always been like that. I can accept any type of thing because I know who I am. So if somebody says, well, David, man, that was a little harsh, man. Or dang, man, you ain't have to do it like that. Or you ain't have to say it like that. I can accept that about myself because I know who I am. I can accept that. I know the things that I do wrong. I know that I can be harsh a little bit, and I can accept that. But you can't do that to these women. Can't tell them. Lizzo about cried like a baby because they told her what she did was disgusting. Lizzo cried like a big baby, like her daddy gave her a spanking. When the world told her you can't be acting like a thot and a whore out in public at gangs where there's families and elderly people. And she went crazy when they told her she needed to be more respectable. She needed to be more respectable. She cried like a baby on that live. She cried like a big old baby because they told her you were out of line. Instead of Lizzo saying, you know what, that was a little inappropriate. Why couldn't she just say that? Yeah, that was a little whorish. Yeah, that was a little inappropriate. Why couldn't she say that? I don't understand that. Why couldn't she just say, yeah, that was a little inappropriate? Why is that so hard to say? Thank you, Sean York. Why can't you just say, that wasn't inappropriate, but that's who I am. You know what? I won't do that no more. There is no morality. There is no morality in this thought culture, in this culture of thoughtism. In other words, anything goes. I do anything I want to do, anytime I feel like it. I don't care. I don't respect others. When you go places, you have to respect others. So I bet you, so if she go into a Catholic church and start twerking, I bet you she'll justify that too. Because I see them twerking in churches now. I couldn't believe that. I'm going to do a video about this church where they were twerking in church. These women were twerking in church. They do it in church now. They say, well, you twerk for the world, come twerk for God. When does the line of inappropriate, when does the inappropriate line being crossed? Yes, they do. Yes, they twerk in churches. Look it up. Look it up. They twerk in the church now. Come on, man. I mean, the Lakers told her she couldn't come there looking like that no more. Yeah, the Lakers told her. So where does the line of inappropriate start from? They twerking for Satan. That's what they say. The church say that's how the church justify it. They said, well, you twerk for Satan, come twerk for God. That's what they say. You twerk for Satan, now come twerk for God. Where do they cross the line at? How come there's no such thing as, how come in this generation there's no such thing as crossing the line? They say anything goes. No boundaries. I can twerk, I can be naked, anywhere I feel like it. And you better not call it out. Where does the line cross at? It's crazy. No morality. So then the kids grow up watching this. So they learn this behavior, man. No morals. You're teaching the next generation to have no morals, no dignity, and no decency, and no respect for other people. Don't nobody want to see naked ass all the time. Don't nobody want to see naked ass all the time. Pink Blue, you're absolutely right. I totally agree with that. Oh yes, they twerk in church. Go look it up. Don't be shocked by nothing nowadays, yo. Go look it up. They twerking in churches now. Go look it up. Go look it up. I'm not surprised by anything. When I hear it, I just be like, damn. But they want a husband. Thank you, Monique. You probably saw the video where they was twerking in church. I'm not surprised. You're right. I'd be surprised at what? They're doing everything nowadays. Anything goes nowadays. It don't matter where it's at. Anything goes. Anything goes. Everything goes nowadays. Everything. It don't matter what you do. It's okay. Crazy. Exactly. There's no boundaries nowhere. Lizzo cried like a big old baby when they told her that was inappropriate. I couldn't believe she cried like a baby. Why was Lizzo feeling so hurt when they told her? All they told her was that was inappropriate what you did, and Lizzo cried like a big old baby, and then put God in it. I know God. This is how God want me to be. What? What does God have to do with you being inappropriate? Lizzo cried like a big old baby because people told her it was inappropriate. I was like, what? You cry? What are you crying for? She like she got a spank, like she just got the spanking her daddy never gave her. Lizzo cried like she just got a whooping from her daddy. Probably need a whooping from her dad. Probably never had correction from her father. A lot of these young ladies never. Can you imagine if a lot of these young ladies' fathers were there, they wouldn't even act like this. Digging the pastor will make you sit down. Exactly. Legal intel, they will make you leave the church if you wore a skirt that's too little back in the day. That's when they had morals. That's when they had morals. That's when they had morals. Cardi, you think Cardi B would get away with it? I don't think Cardi B wouldn't even do nothing like that. You might be right. You might be right, I'm Lizzie, but I don't even think Cardi B would do something like that. Cardi B wouldn't go somewhere butt neck with her ass out like that. Can you imagine do you think the way these women act? No, I get what you're saying, Lizzie. I get what you're saying. Can you imagine how these women act? Do you think their fathers would let these chicks, the way these thought culture, if the fathers was in these chicks' lives, do you think these women would be acting like this? Do you think if they had daddies, real fathers in the house, do you think these females would act the way they act? That's one of the biggest problems of this generation. No strong male figures. No strong male figures. That's the problem. That's why they act like thoughts. That's why they act like whores. That's why they act undisciplined. That's why they act with no morals. That's why they're promiscuous. That's why they sleep with everybody. That's why they prostituting. That's why they're doing what they're doing, because they don't have no guidance from their fathers, and they act like their mothers. Their mothers act like whores. Their mothers act like thoughts. They tell their daughters, use what you got to get what you want. They teach their daughters to be prostitutes. They teach their daughters to go get what you can get from these men. Go get it. Take it how you can get it. They teach this behavior to their daughters. No daddy's around, and that's why you have this generation of messed up men and women. No strong father figures in nowhere. So they don't have no discipline and no guidance. Nowhere. Nowhere. It's nowhere. This is a learned behavior. You think these chicks will act like that with their fathers there? Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Let their father see their daughter on Instagram naked and see what happened. Let a father see his daughter on Instagram naked as a teenager and see what happens. See what happens. Yup, blessed beauty, and she got bad backlash from it. And it backfired on her. She totally did it for attention. Blessed beauty. I agree, it was for attention. And she got bad publicity from it and cried like a big old fat baby. Cried like a big old baby. They take God out of everything. They took God out of the schools everywhere. That was the whole thing. They take God out of everything. And then if you notice, WH0RES, they took God out of everything. And now everything is perverted. WH0RES, they take God out of everything. And everything is now perverted. Now perversion is praised. Now perversion is praised. Oh, man. Yeah, she cried for sympathy. Yeah, I know, right? I remember the last day of school. I remember I was in first grade. I think I told y'all this before. But I remember the last time we used to have prayer before we started school. I was in the first grade. After the first month of school, we stopped praying. And I was wondering why. I'm like, why they stopped praying? I'm like, why they don't pray no more in the morning? I was in first grade. This was in the late? No, I ain't gonna tell y'all what it was. It was in the 80s though. I know I look young for my age, but this was in the 80s. Was I in the 80s? Yes, it was in the 80s. I was in the first grade. I ain't gonna tell y'all exactly what date. I still look young for my age. But anyway, it was in the 80s. They stopped praying in school. And then guess what happened? People started getting shot. The young girls started acting fast and promiscuous. It got crazy after they took prayer out of school. The whole generation started acting crazy. And as you see, it's something wrong with this generation. Oh yeah, Lisa, Leslie, yeah, they treat their daughters like they homegirls now. They go, nowadays they smoke weed with their daughters. They go pick up dudes with their daughters. They go prostitute with their daughters. And some of them are prostituting their daughters. Leslie L., that's a fact. Yeah, they'll sleep with the daughter's boyfriend. They pick up guys together. Yeah. No daddy's around. No daddy's around. No daddy's around. Yeah, they treating their daughters like they homegirls. They're not raising their daughters. They're teaching their daughters to be like them. They treat their daughters like they're their homegirls. I remember back when I was coming up, the women who were whores, they used to try to hide it. When I was coming up, the women who were whores in my high school, in my neighborhood, they tried to hide it. They tried to hide it back in my day. If a chick was a whore, she tried to hide it the best way she can. Nowadays, if you're a whore, they announce it. And they praise it. I couldn't believe it. Now they announce it. They announce it to the world and they praise them for it. When I grew up in high school, if chicks were whores, they used to try to hide that they're whores. At least they tried to hide it. Some chicks were whores and tried their best not. They didn't want everybody to know it. They did not. And then some of the chicks were the biggest whores in high school, and you would never know it. That was when I was coming up. Some of these chicks were some big old whores. You would never know it. She acts so sweet, and they used to act so nice. And they had sex with anybody. Whoever gave attention, they would sleep with anybody, but you wouldn't know it. Nowadays, if you're a whore, they stand on top of the building and they scream it to the world. If you're a whore nowadays, they stand on top of the building, top of the mountain, and they scream it to everybody. And they get praised for it. I tell you, sad. But if you had fathers, this generation wouldn't be acting like this. And there was some discipline and guidance in the home, these chicks wouldn't be acting like whores. These chicks wouldn't be sleeping with 5, 6, 7, 8 men and having all these baby daddies. You ever watch the Maury show? These chicks be sleeping with all these men and don't know who the fathers are. These chicks be letting that 5, 6, 7, 8 guys just nut up in them. Just bust all up in them. 5, 6, 7, 8 guys in 2 week span. Just busting them. What? Maury capitalized on that market. Maury capitalized on that market. Oh, these chicks want to be whores? Okay. And he played the simp role very good. Maury Povich played the simp role very good. He capitalized. Maury Povich capitalized on the whoredom of this generation. I got to give it to him. He said, okay. All right, watch the Maury show. All these whores out here letting 8, 9 guys bust up in them in a 2 week span and they don't know who the fathers are. I seen this one woman, she bought 30 guys on the show and she didn't know who the father were. I want y'all go watch the Maury episode. It's on YouTube. The woman had slept with 30 guys and none of them were the father. Oh, you saw that, Lizzie? How you sleep with 30 men and none of them the father? These chicks sleep with 6, 7, 8, 9 men and let all of them bust in them. Disgusting. How you let all these men just shoot up in you? How you just become a cum dumpster? How do you just become a cum dumpster and you don't mind? Maury became a millionaire off these chicks. I don't blame him. If you notice, Maury Povich's show was a talk show, right, at first. It was a talk show, right? But after Maury noticed the ratings were higher when women came on there and didn't know who the fathers were, Maury Povich's show changed. How many of y'all noticed that? When Maury Povich first came out, it was like a regular talk show about stuff, but then they needed to get their ratings up. He noticed when the women came on there and didn't know who their fathers was, he got famous for "You're Not the Father." He became a millionaire off that market. Yes, he did. He capitalized off of that. Can you blame him? Screaming health department, yep. Can you blame Maury Povich? Maury Povich said, we getting millions of views. Maury Povich said, we getting millions of views of women who don't know who the fathers are. They look at the ratings. They're like, our ratings is high when we bring women in here who don't know who their daddies are, who the daddies of the kids are. And the next thing you know, the Maury Povich show turned into "You're Not the Father." And that his show became famous. Oh, Jerry Springer, he capitalized off of that. Jerry Springer made a killing off of the dysfunction of our society. I don't really blame him. Jerry Springer made a killing off the dysfunction of our society. He made a killing off it, got rich off it. Why not? Why not? I don't blame him. All Maury Povich did and Jerry Springer did was expose what's going on. That's all they did was expose what was going on. They just put it on their TV show. They capitalized off that. You are not the father. What? I used to love watching Jerry Springer. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. Jerry Springer was hilarious to me. It was so much weird stuff on Jerry Springer. It was hilarious. It was so entertaining. Well, Melissa, that's not bad. You don't have 5 baby daddies. Like, I mean, you know. You don't. Two. I don't really think two is. I don't think having two. But when you start getting 3, 4 baby daddies, then I start. Then I'm like, hold on now. You can be in a relationship, okay? Break up with the first person you with, maybe make a mistake, but then if you keep doing it after 3, 4, 5 baby, that come on. When you start getting 3, 4 baby daddies now, something ain't right here. But it won't happen, Pink Blue. It's not gonna happen though. Right, it became who's the daddy. But it ain't gonna happen though. Well, Melissa, that's not bad. No, that's not really bad though. And they're enabling coming. True. True, that's true. Did y'all see the video where the little 6-year-old girl graduated from kindergarten? The little 6-year-old girl graduated from kindergarten. And guess what her speech was for her graduation? I don't know if y'all saw this. 6-year-old girl graduated from kindergarten. Guess what her speech was? I don't know if y'all saw this video. Y'all won't believe what the little 5-year-old girl said. Yes, Lizzie, you remember that video. Yes. And they were cheering her on. Yes. 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 The little girl said at her kindergarten graduation, she said, when I grow up, I want to be a stripper at 5 years old. Where did she learn that from? Where did she learn that from? Where there was a 5-year-old girl that graduated from kindergarten have an aspiration to be a stripper? I'm going to find the video for y'all and I'm going to repost it on my channel. Where did these little girls get this behavior from? And they were laughing and clapping. Woo! Woo! Ain't nothing cute about that. Nothing's cute. Nothing's cute. They were clapping, cheering on the stripper comment. And where was the father? You think a father would tolerate that a daughter's aspiration to be a stripper? Do you think a father would tolerate that kind of behavior? Do you think a father would cheer his daughter on who has aspirations to be a stripper? Do you think he'll love her career path? No daddies around. They learn this stuff from these single mothers. It's a problem. These single mothers, it's a problem. They learn from these single mothers and no daddies. Most males are not dreaming about marriage and family because they have to support it. So, well, Angelique, this generation of men, a lot of them are not men. A lot of them are not men. A lot of them are little boys. And women enable these little boys. Jonesy, what's your name? Jonesy. A lot of these men are little boys. And they're enabled by these women. That's why why you think these men go around having all these children that they have no contact with? Because these women allow it. Jonesy, can you imagine if these women kept their legs closed and put their foot down? Can you imagine if these women put their foot down and said, "Nah, nigga, I'm not having babies by a bunch of men"? Do you know these men? Do you know a lot of these men would change? I'm not having babies by all these men. Do you know a lot of men would change? Do you know a lot of these men would change if women stopped acting how they're acting? A lot of these dudes, they're trying to, because listen, these dudes are always trying to please these women. So for one, I'm not dealing with no dude. I'm not dealing with no dude that I don't have a future with. I'm not dealing with no man that don't have a future. But they keep dealing with these type of men who have no future. They keep dealing with men who have nothing going on. They keep having babies by these type of men. And they know good and well these dudes are not gonna be in their child's life. They keep having babies by the wrong type of men. Thank you. These men would change. They'd be like, oh, I gotta get my act together. Low self-esteem. Exactly, Monique. And that's where the father comes in at. A lot of these women wouldn't have low self-esteem if their father was letting them know how beautiful they were and how they have treasure inside of them. If the father never shows them their treasure, they're gonna always feel like trash. Hello, somebody. That's a good one. I gotta post that on somewhere. If the father never shows a girl her treasure, she's always gonna feel like trash. And that's the problem. That's why these girls act like trash. They never have a man to show them their treasure when they're little. They would have to go. I'm telling you, they never have a father to show them their treasure, so they feel like trash and they grow up acting like trash just like their mothers. Just like their moms. Facts. Facts. And then they claim they want a husband. You're not gonna get a husband. You're gonna get men that's gonna deposit their semen and leave. You're not gonna get a husband acting ignorant, violent, and like a thought and a whore. You're not gonna get a husband. You're gonna get men to deposit their semen and leave. The next man, he's gonna tell you what you want to hear, deposit his semen and leave. The next bum, you're gonna go from bum to bum to bum to bum. Loser to loser to loser to loser. But like I say, if the father's not there to show her her treasure, she's gonna always feel like trash. That's a good quote, y'all. I tell you, boy, I don't know where that quote came from. That was a bad quote right there. That quote right there is worth $1 million. If the father's not there to show her her treasure, she's gonna always grow up feeling like trash. That's a damn good quote. I had to pat myself in the back for that one. Oh boy, I gotta post that one. I gotta trademark that. I gotta get some T-shirts or something. I gotta get some shirts out with that saying on it. Females too desperate for love. Yep. Janita Collins, that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. Let me tell you, it was something I learned about my daughter. Something I learned about my daughter that I learned about my daughter. Every time through the years, I've always learned things about my daughter. I went through a lot when I was with my baby mother. Me and her were married. Yes, I have an ex-wife. A lot of y'all don't know this. I have an ex-wife / baby mama. Yes, I've been previously married. Have an ex-wife / baby mama. And from the day my daughter was born, I was in her life. And when me and her mother broke up, her mother would try to make it hard for me to be in her life. Okay? She used to try to make it hard for me to be in her life. And I fought to be in her life. And still a lot of stuff my daughter doesn't even know to this day. A lot of stuff I would never tell her because she'll be hurt. Okay? A lot of stuff about her mom I would never tell her. But she'd be hurt. Oh yeah, you read the book? And what I learned about my daughter is the stuff I taught her through the years, and I fought to be in her life. Just the fact of her having a father that loved her and cherished her. My daughter didn't have to go through a bunch of men or women looking for love. Because I've instilled the love I had for her, the compassion, the discipline. I was always there to talk to her when she'd go through stuff. Just the fact that she knew her father loved her was good enough. That was good enough for her. That was good enough for her to not act like a whore. That was good enough for her. That was good enough for her to not act like how she acted. I'm going to answer a phone call. Oh, they hung up. That was good enough. A lot of these women never got the love from their fathers. A lot of them. I don't know why the phone keeps hanging up. A lot of these women did not get that fatherly love. They don't know how. So they accept anything. Let me see. Oh yeah, Danita Coleman. Oh, she always tried to turn my daughter against me. She lied to her, told her lies about me and everything else. Yes, who's calling?
What's up, Zillionaire?
Who it is?
Man, it's Mario. Back again, calling from South Carolina.
What's good, bro? What you got to say? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm on your topic right now. You going live again tonight, right?
I'm live right now, bro.
I know you going live again tonight, right?
No, no. Tomorrow, I'll be back tomorrow night.
I bet. But on this topic, real quick, yeah, man, there's a lot of bitches out here that want to be it's a lot of girls out here that want to be housewives and shit.
Right.
But don't want to do nothing. But don't want to do nothing that, don't want to play their role. Don't want to put in no money. Want the nigga to pay it for everything. Want the nigga to do all that.
Right.
But then you out here clubbing every night while we at work.
Right. Right. They want a husband, but they don't want to be a wife.
Exactly.
Right. They want you to be the husband, be a good man, but they don't want to play their part. They don't want to do their part. Right.
This is from where I'm from, bro. We got a lot of girls out here that just like partying and being inside. And when they done fucking on like 30 different niggas, they finally like, oh, I want to settle down and get me a man. Like, what?
Right.
Nobody gonna do you ran.
Right. Exactly. Right. They done been with all these men. Now they want to settle down all of a sudden. Right. Don't nobody want you. I totally agree, bro.
I'm telling you, man. But I just had to get back on here to say that. But hey, I'm gonna call you tomorrow, man, on the Kanika Jenkins case, because I got some stuff I want to discuss, but I ain't trying to get you off topic right now.
Oh yeah. Call in for tomorrow, man. Yeah, because I'm about to start the new live discussion series, and we're just gonna discuss our case. We're gonna do part 1 tomorrow, man. Well, what is it? Tomorrow or Thursday, I think. I forgot what day it is. But I'm gonna start that series next. And yeah, call in on that show, bro. Appreciate it, man.
All right, appreciate it.
All right, man.
Keep the work up.
Oh yeah, bro. Thanks. Yeah, y'all heard what he said? He was saying how he's meeting women that claim they want a husband, but they not acting like wives. And they want the man to do everything, and they want to just club, smoke, and get high. And you doing your part as a man, but they not doing their part as a wife. That's what he just spoke. That's what he just called in and said. That's a fact. There's a lot of women like that out there nowadays like that. They want a husband, but they're not wifey material yet. What do you mean every woman deserves a good man? How come every woman deserves a good man? Why? Why does every woman deserve a good man, I design? Why? Explain that, please. Even evil women, treacherous women, horrible women, they deserve a good man. You have to break that down more. Because evil, treacherous, heartless women do not deserve a good husband. Only good women deserve good men. Even the word of God says a virtuous woman is worth her reward. Every woman don't deserve a good man. So please break that down. She said every woman deserves a good man. That's like saying every man deserves a good woman. That's not true. You got some horrible men out here. Thank you, CCK. CCK says good people deserve each other. Thank you. Every woman, she said, I'm about to tease her. Every woman deserves a good man. Why? She can't explain that. And she won't explain it because it doesn't make sense. She's just coming on here just talking. She coming on here just talking. Every woman deserves a good man. What? No, they don't. That's just like saying every man deserves a good woman. Okay, by what she just said, she said every woman deserves a good man. So by that logic, every man deserves a good woman then. Which is bull crap. Every man don't deserve a good woman. But you got some trifling men that got some good women, treating them good. You got some low down, dirty, piece of trash men with good women. And you got good women that pick the horrible men. I don't know why. I don't understand. Because we put up with a lot of mess from men. And men don't put up with stuff from women. I designed. You said All good women. So you're putting everybody in one situation. You say all women deserve a good man because we put up a lot. You got men that put up a lot of stuff from women too. You got men that then got set up and shot by women. You got men who've been lied on by women and thrown in jail. You got women who put men on child support and have them thrown in jail. You have women that lie and say he hit me and they get thrown in jail. You have women that don't appreciate a good man. I design. Men put up with a lot of mess from women nowadays. So vice versa. So what you're just saying is that means the same thing goes for men then. You're not making sense. All women are not the same. All women are not the same, and all women don't deserve good men. It goes both ways. Exactly, Pink Blue. I'm never biased. I'm never biased when it comes to men and women. I'll never come on here and put men against women. I'm never going to do that because everybody's different. I believe good men and women need to click up, and all the bad men and women need to go head on and be together. Let them go ahead and destroy each other. Let all the good people find each other. But it's sad to see so many good women picking the trifling men. That's what I don't be understanding. They pick men that are horrible, and I don't understand that. I design, if you don't mean it that way, then you're not making any sense. And when you're not making sense, when I'm making clear sense and you're talking in riddles, I don't want to talk no more. I design. I don't want to talk anymore. When a person starts talking in riddles, I don't want to talk anymore. Because I'm direct. What I say is clear and direct. I don't talk around in circles and I don't do none of that. So, just like I said, you got good men that don't appreciate, you got trifling men that be getting some good women and don't appreciate them. Don't appreciate it. And then you got trifling women that be with good men and don't appreciate them. It goes both ways. So, I don't know what she's talking about. It goes both ways. This is not a man against woman thing. That's what people don't understand. I'm talking about a particular type of women. This is not, you're not supposed, God said man and woman, God put men and women to be together. He said the two shall become one flesh. I will never put men against women because that goes against the laws of God. Men and women should stick together. The good men and women should stick together. I will never put men against women. Men and women need to work together and stick together. That's the problem with our society. Another problem with our society. If right is right with me, right is right and wrong is wrong. It doesn't matter, man or woman. Right is right, wrong is wrong. I'm not here to do no biased crap. But I do speak up for men that go through a lot of hell with certain women. I do speak because sometimes men, we go through some effed up stuff, like men getting incarcerated and women lying on men. He hit me, he raped me, he did something to my daughters, like the crap that I went through. He did something to my daughters, mad because the woman couldn't be with me. I didn't want to be with her no more, so she tried to destroy my life. Men go through a lot of stuff with women nowadays, child support and everything else. So, please, I do speak up for those men. So, anyway, I don't know what she was talking about. But there's some trifling, disgusting women out here. And this thought culture is messing it up for everybody. Because being a thought, being a whore is praised. The women that have degrees, the women who are good mothers, the women who take care of the house, the women who have careers, the women who have goals, they get overlooked. Just like the men do. Just like the men do. The women that have good head on their shoulders, good mothers. So there's a lot of good single mothers out there. They just can't find that right mate. But they don't get their they don't get their due. Just like good men and good fathers. They get drugged and ran through and drugged in the mud. But this thought culture, it praises this disgusting behavior. Let me see some of these comments. Lizzie, yes, it is a double standard. Yes, it is. Yep. Yep, but they do it. It's a lot of, now let's be real. Let's be real. And y'all women in here, let's be honest. Ladies, I need some honesty. Women can be very evil and vindictive. Be honest, y'all. Some women can be very evil and vindictive. Let's be real, women. I'm not saying y'all. I'm not saying y'all. But come on, y'all. Women can be very evil. That's what I'm saying. Some women can be very evil, boy. Let's be real. Man, they could do some wicked shit to you, boy. They can fuck your life up. Pardon my French. Man, they fuck you up. Trust me. I got something on my record right now because of some bitch. You know the videos they make about me, calling me this and that, is because of some evil lying bitch. Some evil, vindictive bitch lied on me, and I got some shit on my record. And now everybody's trying to call me out my name and slander me and assassinate my character because some bitch lied on me and said I did something to her fucking daughters. Some bitch lied on me and said I did some shit to her fucking daughters. And now I got some bullshit on my record. Just because I didn't want to be with her. I didn't want her. Like, this is shit. I'm sorry. That just makes me mad. It makes me mad I had to go through that shit. And the system believes these whores. They can be very evil and vindictive, man. And I'm not saying all, but a lot of them can be very wicked. And it's messed up. And they can fuck a man's life up. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. And when it comes to sexuality, who got the upper hand? When it comes to sex, who has the upper hand, y'all? Let's be honest, you're women. You're women. Who has the upper hand when it comes to sex? Who has the upper hand? Be honest, women. Be honest. Who has the upper hand? Who has all the power in sex? Thank you. Who has all the fucking power when it comes to sex and sexuality? Y'all have all the fucking power. Excuse my language. When I start thinking about the shit I've been through, I get mad. When I start thinking about what that bitch did to me and I got some shit on my record, I get mad. Women have all the power sexually. Y'all could just say anything. If one of y'all was to come to my house here in my live, I'm just saying, if I was to meet one of y'all on off my live right now, and y'all were to come to my house and we had consensual sex, you could say I raped you and would not be locked up. Can I say something? I could meet one of you women off my live and y'all could come to my house, one of my houses. Ooh, I didn't mean to say that. Dang. I just told on myself. You come to one of my spots. And we can have consensual sex. You can say I raped you. And guess what's going to happen to my black ass? What's going to happen to my black ass? Even though we had consensual sex, what would happen? Hello. I'm Cheryl Brooks. I'm trying to get that crap. I'm trying to get that garbage expunged. I'm glad you said that. But you know that takes money, Cheryl Brooks. And if I had a good lawyer, I could have fought that case much better, but I didn't. So I'm in the process of trying to get that expunged. If one of y'all was to come see me right now and we had consensual sex, and then one day you got mad at me. Oh, Zillionaire, I heard you had sex with some other girl in your life. I'm going to say you raped me. Oh, Zillionaire, how you going to have sex with 3 girls in your life? I'm a single man. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Zillionaire, how you going to have sex with 4 girls in your life? I'm going to say you raped me. I'm a single man. I can have sex with whoever I want to have sex with. I'm just saying, hypothetically. Hypothetically, y'all, please don't go back and say Zillionaire had sex with the women in his life. I'm just saying hypothetically. How you had sex with so-and-so and so-and-so in your live chat? You let her come over your house and you ain't let me come over and we only did it one time and you did it to her and you always talking about her? Oh, you raped me. It's a wrap. So if women know they have all the power sexually, how come they're not more sexually responsible? Okay, old school. It takes money though. You're right, old school, but it takes money. And I'm in the process of getting my record expunged now because of some lying bitch. But anyway, some lying ass bitch. He did something to my daughters. He did something to my kids. Lock my black ass up. If any of you women, if I was to come over any of you women's houses and spent the night, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna go back to what I was saying. If I spent the night over any of you women's houses and y'all have daughters, and we had consensual sex, I'm just saying, any of you women, if I came over your house and I spent the night and we had sex, and you got mad at me and said, and went and said, the night he came over our house and spent the night, he did something to my daughters. Who's going to jail? If I go over any of you women's houses and you got daughters and me and you have consensual sex and you get mad at me one day, you could go down to the court and say he did something to my daughters. What would happen if I went over any of one of you females' houses and you have daughters and you told people that I did, and you told the court I did something to your daughters? Who's going to jail? Who's going to jail? Who's going to jail? Somebody please answer that question. Please answer. Somebody answer that. If I go over any of you women's houses and you have daughters and you say I did something to your daughter, who's going to jail? Who's going to jail? Thank you. Thank you. And this happens a lot. But anyway, if you have, listen, if you have, so if women have all the power sexually, how come they're not more responsible? If women have all the power sexually, how come nowadays they're not more responsible? How come they have all these baby daddies and why they're so promiscuous? If women have all the power sexually, when I'm talking about when it comes to society, y'all have all the power when it comes to society and all that. Y'all can say whatever you want to say and a man go to jail. That's what I mean when I say power. When I say power, meaning you can say anything and they'll lock a man up, especially a black man. I'll go to jail so quick. But if women have power, how come they make excuses for being sexually irresponsible? You said because it's cute to have a bag and having a mama's kid. Why are they so irresponsibly sexually? They make excuses for being irresponsibly sexually. I don't understand it. You're supposed to give them a pass. You're supposed to give women a pass. Come on, man. Like, come on. But anyway, I'm about to get off this live. We had a good live tonight. And excuse me of some of my issues of what I've been through. I got a lot of anger for what I've been through. As you can see, I have a lot of anger for some of the stuff women have done to me in my past. There's a lot of anger there. I'll be honest. But, these women can't act like this and expect to get a husband. They can't be doing this crap and expect them to be happy. They can't act like this and be happy. How are they going to act like this and expect to get a good man? A lot of them don't even want a good man. A lot of them don't even want no good man. A lot of them just love being with a trifling piece of trash, man. Let's be honest. Let's be real. Let's be real. Let's be real. But I had a good chat with y'all tonight. And sorry, I'm texting somebody right now. We had a good chat tonight. I don't know how these chicks act and how they act, but you know what? They're going to continue to keep praising this behavior. Thanks, Lizzie. They're going to keep praising this behavior. This behavior is going to continue to get praised. And I'm the bad guy for calling it out. What the hell? I'm the bad guy for calling this out. Cheryl Ray, that's what I'm saying. You have professional women that got bums. I know women who are nurses, Cheryl Ray. I know women who are nurses who got bums in their house. Nurses who make $40, $30 an hour, who got benefits and everything else. They live in a big old house, got a nice car, bank account, and they have a bum in their house. A bum laying around in their house. A bum. A straight bum. You're right. You got some educated trifling women. Yes. That's funny. That's funny how you said that, though. That is so true. You do got some educated trifling women. Yes. And they love a trifling man. That's a fact. That is a fact. I see it every day. I know women who are nurses. I have a woman in my family who is a nurse, and she loved bums. I ain't gonna say her name. I have a woman in my family who is a nurse, and she's with a man that beats her ass, steals her credit card, and steals her car, and still sleeps with his baby mama. And she's a nurse. She's a nurse. She's a nurse. And she's a nurse. And she like her boyfriend to kick her ass. Well, there go my links or whatever. She like a girl from dude that just beat her ass. She loves it. And you can't help her. You better not talk about him. He beats her ass, steals her credit cards, steals her car, sleeps with his baby mama, and you better not talk about him. You better not talk about her little trifling nigga. She raised hell. She go off. She go off. He keeps guns in the house with her kids. He keeps guns in the house with her kids. He has You better not talk about her little trifling nigga. She will go off. She will take up for him. She'll justify his behavior. She will justify everything he does. She justifies everything he does. Everything. I might take one more call for the night. Let me see. What's up? How you doing? Hello? Hello? Well, they hung up. I was going to take one more. She said, ain't no dick worth that, huh? Hey, some women love those light trifling men. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Yes, sure, a lot of them. A lot of them. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and donate to the channel. I tell you, this is a good live tonight. It's a real good live tonight. Check out the community. Check out my community tab for the upcoming lives. All right, I got a new live series I'm coming out with. We're gonna go back and we're gonna go over the mysterious, sinister case of Kanika, and we're gonna talk about who you think paid Derek and your girl Patrick. But go check out my community tab and go check out the new lives that's coming up, so you can be ready for the lives that's coming up. I appreciate it. I had good talking with y'all tonight. Had good talk with y'all tonight. Matter of fact, people say they're not getting the notification. If you're not getting notifications, click the notification and then click the notification again. It's going to prompt you. It's going to say all notification. When you hit the notification button, it's going to prompt you. Hit the notification bell and hit all. Hit the notification bell and hit all, so you can get all of my notifications. I don't know if y'all saw that. And when you click, If you click the notification bell, click off the notification bell, and click back on the notification bell and hit all. I don't know if y'all know how to do that. If you already hit the notification bell, hit it again and hit it one more. Hit it back off it, hit back on it, and hit all so you can get all the notifications. I'll see y'all tomorrow night. I'm out of here. Much love. Shout out to my moderators. Shout out to Zillionaire Nation. You do it all the time, yeah. Because YouTube be unsubscribing people from your channel, and I don't know. It's a glitch. It's a glitch in YouTube. They'll unsubscribe from your notification bells and stuff like that. So yeah. Sometimes you gotta subscribe again. I don't know how YouTube unsubscribes people and unsubscribe them from the notification. I don't know. It's a glitch in their system. And sometimes you gotta subscribe again and hit the notification bell again. I don't understand that. Why you gotta keep doing it? Like every so often you gotta keep doing it. Like you gotta check it like once a week or once a month. You gotta check to make sure you hit the notification that you still subscribe. Because YouTube has been unsubscribing people. So I don't know. It's a glitch. It's some glitch in their system. Ain't nothing made perfect. Much love. I'm out of here. Like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell and all that good stuff. Subscribe. Donate. Much love. I'm out of here.